In a world of chaos and uncertainty, where external circumstances often dictate our emotions and actions, there lies a tale of one individual's quest for inner peace and resilience. This is the story of Marcus, a seeker of wisdom and a student of Stoicism. Join him on a captivating journey as he navigates the trials and tribulations of life, guided by the timeless teachings of the Stoic philosophers. Through the chapters of this inspirational narrative, you will witness Marcus's transformation as he discovers the power of mindfulness, cultivates gratitude, and embraces the virtues that lie at the heart of Stoicism. This is a story that will inspire and uplift, reminding us all that even in the face of adversity, we have the strength within to find calm amidst the storm. Prepare to embark on an extraordinary journey as we delve into the strength within a Stoic's journey. Subscribe Illuminate Peak now for more great content. Chapter 1: The Calm Before the Storm. Marcus, a young man with an earnest heart and an insatiable thirst for knowledge, lived a quiet and unassuming life in the city of Athens. Born into a family of modest means, he grew up with a deep sense of curiosity and an innate desire to understand the workings of the world around him. In his early years, Marcus was shielded from life's harsh realities. He spent his days engrossed in books, wandering the streets of Athens, and engaging in lively discussions with friends. The city's vibrant intellectual atmosphere fueled his intellectual pursuits and nurtured his inquisitive nature. However, as Marcus ventured further into adulthood, the calm that had surrounded him began to give way to the tempestuous storms of life. His family faced financial setbacks, forcing him to abandon his dreams of further education. The weight of responsibility pressed upon him, and he found himself engulfed in a sea of worries and uncertainties. It was during this tumultuous period that fate led Marcus to encounter an elderly philosopher named Seneca. Sensing the young man's inner turmoil, Seneca offered Marcus a guiding hand, recognizing the potential for growth and resilience within him. Under Seneca's mentorship, Marcus was introduced to the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Seneca taught him that life was full of trials and tribulations, but it was how one faced and responded to them that truly mattered. He imparted the Stoic principle of accepting what cannot be changed and focusing on what can be controlled. Through countless conversations and lessons, Seneca guided Marcus to embrace the power of perspective. He explained that external circumstances were beyond their control, but their reactions and attitudes towards those circumstances were entirely within their grasp. Stoicism, Seneca emphasized, was not about suppressing emotions but rather about developing the ability to navigate life's challenges with clarity and equanimity. As Marcus delved deeper into Stoic philosophy, he began to understand the importance of cultivating an inner fortress, a sanctuary of resilience and strength that no external storm could breach. He discovered the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, which became his guiding compass in the face of adversity. Seneca encouraged Marcus to practice self-reflection and introspection, urging him to examine his own thoughts, desires, and fears. Through this process, Marcus became acutely aware of the insecurities and attachments that had clouded his judgment and hindered his growth. With Seneca's gentle guidance, Marcus developed a newfound ability to detach himself from external circumstances. He learned to focus on the present moment, embracing mindfulness as a powerful tool for grounding oneself in the midst of life's storms. As Marcus continued to cultivate his Stoic mindset, he noticed profound changes within himself. The once restless sea of worries and uncertainties that had plagued him began to calm. He discovered a newfound sense of inner peace and resilience, realizing that he possessed the strength to weather any storm that life hurled his way. The calm before the storm, as Marcus had once known it, was forever transformed. It was no longer a deceptive lull that bred complacency and fear, but a serene oasis of strength and clarity. With each passing day, Marcus grew more resolute in his commitment to embody the principles of Stoicism, and he eagerly awaited the storms that would test the fortitude he had cultivated within. Chapter 2: The Mentor's Guidance. Under the tutelage of the wise philosopher Seneca, Marcus's journey into Stoicism deepened and took on a whole new dimension. Chapter 2: The Mentor's Guidance explores the profound impact of Seneca's teachings on Marcus's understanding of Stoicism and his personal growth. Seneca, a venerable figure with a gentle yet commanding presence, took Marcus under his wing, recognizing the young man's potential and earnestness. He saw in Marcus a thirst for wisdom and a genuine desire to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. With patience and empathy, Seneca became Marcus's guide and mentor, imparting the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. In their countless conversations, Seneca shared the fundamental principles of Stoicism, emphasizing the importance of reason, virtue, and inner tranquility. He emphasized that Stoicism was not just a philosophy to be studied, but a way of life to be embodied. Seneca encouraged Marcus to develop a deeper understanding of himself, urging him to engage in self-reflection and introspection. He guided Marcus through exercises that challenged his perceptions, beliefs, and reactions to external events. Through this process, Marcus gained a profound insight into his own thought patterns and emotional responses, discovering the power he held in determining his own inner state. As Marcus delved deeper into Stoic philosophy, Seneca introduced him to the concept of dichotomy of control. Seneca explained that there are things within our control, such as our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, and things beyond our control, such as external circumstances and the actions of others. He emphasized that true freedom and serenity lie in focusing solely on what is within our control and relinquishing attachment to what is not. Seneca shared anecdotes and stories of great Stoic thinkers, illustrating how they navigated challenges with unwavering virtue and equanimity. He highlighted the importance of practicing gratitude, temperance, and resilience, instilling in Marcus a deep appreciation for the power of virtue in shaping one's character and response to adversity. With each passing day, Marcus grew more adept at applying Stoic principles to his daily life. Seneca guided him through practical exercises, teaching him to challenge his own negative judgments and reinterpret events from a more balanced and objective perspective. Through this practice, Marcus gained a greater sense of control over his own emotions and reactions, finding solace in the unshakable strength that Stoicism offered. Seneca emphasized the power of acceptance and the transience of all things. He urged Marcus to embrace the impermanence of life and to find beauty in the ebb and flow of experiences. By accepting life's uncertainties and imperfections, Marcus learned to let go of attachments and find peace in the present moment. As their mentor-mentee bond deepened, Marcus began to see Seneca as more than just a teacher. Seneca's own embodiment of Stoic principles inspired Marcus, serving as a living testament to the transformative potential of this ancient philosophy. Through Seneca's guidance, Marcus learned not only the theoretical aspects of Stoicism but also witnessed its practical application in the life of a wise philosopher. Chapter 3: The Trials of Fate. As Marcus delved deeper into the teachings of Stoicism under the guidance of his mentor, Seneca, he soon found himself facing a series of trials that tested the very essence of his newfound Stoic mindset. Chapter 3: The Trials of Fate explores how Marcus navigated through a period of intense challenges, drawing strength from Stoic principles to overcome adversity. It began with the unexpected loss of a loved one. Marcus found himself engulfed in grief, his heart heavy with sorrow. Yet, instead of succumbing to despair, he turned to the teachings of Stoicism that Seneca had instilled in him. He reminded himself that death is an inevitable part of life, and rather than resisting it, he embraced the opportunity to practice acceptance and find solace in the memories he cherished. Soon after, Marcus encountered a string of financial setbacks. The comfortable life he had known seemed to crumble before his eyes. But rather than allowing fear and anxiety to consume him, he called upon the Stoic virtue of temperance. Marcus learned to find contentment in simplicity, to detach himself from material possessions, and to focus on what truly mattered, his inner virtues and the relationships he cultivated. Just as he thought the storm was subsiding, Marcus faced a personal disappointment. An opportunity he had long pursued slipped through his fingers, leaving him feeling defeated and questioning his path. However, armed with the teachings of Stoicism, he embraced the virtue of courage. Marcus found strength in the face of adversity, reminding himself that setbacks were opportunities for growth and that true success was not defined by external achievements but by his own character. As Marcus weathered these trials of fate, he discovered that Stoicism was not a shield against pain and hardship but a guiding philosophy that helped him navigate through them with grace and resilience. He practiced the Stoic principle of distinguishing between what was within his control and what was not. By accepting what he could not change, he freed himself from unnecessary suffering and focused his energy on taking meaningful action in the areas he could influence. Through it all, Seneca remained a steadfast source of support and guidance. He reminded Marcus of the Stoic belief that external circumstances were transient, and that true happiness and serenity came from within. Seneca's unwavering faith in Marcus's ability to endure and grow in the face of adversity fueled Marcus's determination to persevere. Chapter 4: The Pursuit of Virtue. Having weathered the trials of fate with the guidance of his mentor, Seneca, Marcus embarked on a profound journey of self-discovery and the pursuit of virtue. Chapter 4 delves into Marcus's exploration of the Stoic virtues and his unwavering commitment to cultivating wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance in his life. With the foundation of Stoicism firmly rooted within him, Marcus understood that true happiness and fulfillment were not found in external circumstances, but in the development of his own character and virtues. He dedicated himself to the pursuit of wisdom, seeking knowledge and understanding in every aspect of life. Through diligent study, introspection, and engaging in philosophical discourse, Marcus nurtured his intellectual faculties and deepened his understanding of the world. Justice became a guiding principle for Marcus. He recognized the interconnectedness of humanity and the importance of treating others with fairness and compassion. He practiced empathy, seeking to understand the perspectives of others and to act in ways that upheld justice and contributed to the greater good. Marcus found solace in the knowledge that while he couldn't control the actions of others, he could control his own response, ensuring that his actions aligned with his values. The virtue of courage took on new significance in Marcus's journey. He understood that courage was not limited to grand acts of bravery but could be found in everyday life. Marcus challenged himself to step outside of his comfort zone, confronting his fears and insecurities head-on. He embraced the discomfort of growth, knowing that true courage lay in facing adversity with resilience and an unwavering spirit. Temperance, the practice of moderation and self-control, played a vital role in Marcus's pursuit of virtue. He recognized the importance of aligning his desires with reason and living a balanced life. Marcus practiced self-restraint, resisting the allure of excess and focusing on the cultivation of inner peace and harmony. Through temperance, he discovered the power of simplicity and contentment, finding fulfillment in the present moment rather than being driven by insatiable desires. Seneca continued to guide Marcus on this virtuous path, offering wisdom and practical advice. He emphasized the importance of daily reflection, encouraging Marcus to examine his actions and thoughts with honesty and integrity. Seneca reminded him that the pursuit of virtue was a lifelong journey, requiring constant vigilance and self-improvement. As Marcus delved deeper into the pursuit of virtue, he realized that it was not a destination but a way of life. He understood that true happiness and fulfillment were found in the alignment of his thoughts, words, and actions with the Stoic virtues. The pursuit of virtue became a compass, guiding him through the complexities of life and providing a sense of purpose and meaning. Chapter 5: The Art of Resilience. As Marcus continues to navigate the unpredictable currents of life, he encounters setbacks and obstacles that test his resolve. However, armed with the teachings of Stoicism, he embraces the art of resilience, understanding that setbacks are not defeats but invitations to rise above circumstances. Drawing inspiration from the Stoic philosophers who came before him, Marcus learns to view adversity as a training ground for character and wisdom. He realizes that true resilience lies in his ability to adapt, to face hardships with a steadfast spirit, and to find meaning and purpose even in the most challenging of circumstances. Marcus learns to embrace the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. Instead of resisting or resenting the setbacks that befall him, he shifts his perspective to accept them as an integral part of his journey. By embracing his fate, Marcus gains the power to respond to adversity with grace and fortitude, finding strength in surrendering to what he cannot change. Seneca serves as a guiding force throughout Marcus's exploration of resilience. He shares stories of great Stoics who displayed unwavering resilience in the face of unimaginable trials. From Epictetus to Marcus Aurelius, Seneca's anecdotes illustrate the transformative power of a resilient mindset, inspiring Marcus to forge ahead with renewed determination. Marcus discovers that resilience is not a passive state but an active practice. He learns to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Instead of dwelling on past failures or succumbing to self-pity, Marcus focuses on the lessons learned and channels his energy into productive action. Through daily Stoic practices such as negative visualization and premeditatio malorum, the contemplation of adversity, Marcus develops mental resilience. He trains his mind to anticipate and prepare for the obstacles that lie ahead, allowing him to respond with equanimity and composure when faced with adversity. The art of resilience also requires self-compassion. Marcus learns to embrace his vulnerabilities and to be gentle with himself during difficult times. He understands that setbacks are not a reflection of his worth, but an opportunity to grow stronger. With each challenge, Marcus cultivates a deeper sense of self-acceptance and self-compassion, allowing him to bounce back from adversity with renewed strength and clarity. Chapter 6: The Power of Mindfulness. Marcus recognizes that the mind has a tendency to wander, dwelling on past regrets or anxiously projecting into an uncertain future. Through the guidance of Seneca and his own exploration, he embraces the practice of mindfulness, a state of non-judgmental awareness of the present moment. As Marcus deepens his mindfulness practice, he discovers the power of anchoring his attention in the present. By observing his thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without attachment or judgment, he gains insight into the workings of his own mind. Through this self-awareness, Marcus becomes better equipped to identify unhelpful thought patterns, such as rumination or worry, and consciously redirect his focus to the present. Mindfulness becomes a potent tool for Marcus in navigating the ups and downs of life. In times of adversity, he learns to turn inward, observing his reactions and emotions with curiosity and compassion. This self-reflection allows him to respond to challenges with greater clarity and equanimity, unburdened by the weight of reactive impulses. Drawing on the teachings of Stoicism, Marcus intertwines mindfulness with the concept of the dichotomy of control. He recognizes that while he cannot control external events, he can control his response to them. Mindfulness helps him discern between what is within his sphere of influence and what lies beyond, allowing him to focus his energy on what truly matters: the cultivation of virtue and the preservation of inner tranquility. Marcus also incorporates mindfulness into his daily routines, infusing mundane tasks with intention and presence. Whether it be eating a meal, walking in nature, or engaging in conversation, he brings his full attention to the experience, savoring each moment and fostering a deep appreciation for the richness of life. Seneca continues to play a pivotal role in Marcus's exploration of mindfulness. He shares Stoic practices and insights that complement the cultivation of mindfulness, such as the contemplation of mortality and the impermanence of all things. Through these practices, Marcus develops a profound sense of gratitude for the present moment and a heightened awareness of the fleeting nature of life. Chapter 7: The Philosophy of Gratitude. Marcus recognizes that gratitude is not merely a fleeting emotion or a response to external circumstances, but a conscious choice, a way of perceiving and engaging with the world. With the guidance of Seneca and his own introspection, he begins to integrate the philosophy of gratitude into his daily life, uncovering its profound power to shift his perspective and enrich his experiences. Through the lens of Stoicism, Marcus learns to appreciate even the simplest pleasures and the smallest blessings that surround him. He acknowledges the impermanence of all things and cultivates a deep sense of appreciation for the present moment. Whether it is the warmth of the sun on his face, the laughter of a loved one, or the beauty of nature, Marcus finds joy in the ordinary, recognizing that these moments are fleeting and deserving of his utmost gratitude. Gratitude also becomes a potent antidote to negative emotions and discontent. Marcus learns to counteract feelings of envy or dissatisfaction by shifting his focus to the abundance that already exists in his life. Instead of yearning for what he does not possess, he trains his mind to recognize and cherish what he has. This practice of gratitude allows Marcus to experience a profound sense of contentment, freeing him from the constant pursuit of external validation or material possessions. Marcus also extends gratitude towards others, recognizing the interconnectedness of humanity. He acknowledges the countless individuals who have contributed to his journey, whether it be through acts of kindness, guidance, or support. By expressing gratitude and appreciation towards others, Marcus strengthens his relationships and fosters a sense of community and connectedness. Seneca serves as a constant reminder of the power of gratitude in Marcus's journey. He shares Stoic practices that complement the cultivation of gratitude, such as the contemplation of virtues and the recognition of the transient nature of life's pleasures. Through these practices, Marcus deepens his understanding of gratitude as a fundamental aspect of Stoic wisdom. Chapter 8: The Legacy of a Stoic. As Marcus continues to deepen his understanding and practice of Stoicism, he recognizes that true wisdom lies not only in acquiring knowledge but also in embodying and sharing it with others. He understands that the true measure of a Stoic is not solely in personal growth and self-mastery, but in the positive impact they have on the lives of others and the world around them. Marcus devotes himself to serving as a living example of Stoic principles, integrating them into his relationships, work, and daily interactions. He becomes an embodiment of virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, temperance, resilience, mindfulness, and gratitude. By living these virtues authentically, Marcus inspires those around him and invites them to embark on their own journeys of self-improvement and philosophical exploration. Recognizing the interconnectedness of humanity, Marcus strives to create a ripple effect of Stoic wisdom and compassion. He seeks opportunities to share the teachings of Stoicism, whether through writing, mentoring, or leading philosophical discussions. By doing so, he hopes to inspire others to embrace the Stoic path, empowering them to navigate the challenges of life with resilience, integrity, and inner peace. Marcus also reflects on the importance of leading by example, recognizing that his actions speak louder than words. He understands that the legacy he leaves behind is not solely in what he accomplishes, but in how he carries himself and the impact he has on the lives of others. By embodying the principles of Stoicism in his actions and interactions, Marcus aspires to inspire a legacy of virtue, compassion, and wisdom. Throughout his journey, Marcus remains humbled by the vastness of Stoic wisdom and the legacies of the great Stoic philosophers who came before him. He pays homage to Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and others, recognizing their profound contributions and the enduring impact they have had on the world. Chapter 9: The Unfolding Path. As Marcus has delved deeper into the principles of Stoicism, he realizes that the path is not linear or static. It is a dynamic journey that requires constant adaptation, introspection, and refinement. He acknowledges that he will encounter new challenges, face unforeseen circumstances, and be confronted with opportunities for growth along the way. Embracing the concept of prokopton, the Stoic idea of making progress, Marcus understands that setbacks and obstacles are not indications of failure but opportunities for learning and self-improvement. He learns to embrace the challenges that come his way, viewing them as valuable lessons and stepping stones on his journey towards virtue and wisdom. Throughout the chapter, Marcus explores different aspects of Stoicism that he has yet to fully incorporate into his life. He delves into the concepts of self-discipline, compassion, social responsibility, and the pursuit of excellence. Recognizing that his journey is far from complete, he strives to integrate these principles into his daily practices, deepening his understanding and experience of Stoic wisdom. Marcus continues to draw inspiration from the wisdom of Seneca and other Stoic philosophers, seeking guidance and insights to navigate the complexities of life. He realizes that he is part of a larger Stoic community, where individuals support and learn from one another on their respective journeys. Marcus engages in philosophical discussions, seeks out mentors, and shares his own experiences, contributing to the collective growth and development of the Stoic path. As Marcus reflects on his journey, he finds solace in the understanding that the path of Stoicism is not about reaching a final destination but about embracing the process itself. He cultivates patience and resilience, knowing that personal transformation takes time and dedication. Each step along the way brings him closer to embodying the virtues and principles that define Stoicism. Chapter 10: Epilogue: The Journey Continues. As Marcus looks back on his experiences and the lessons he has learned, he realizes that the Stoic path is not a destination to be reached but a way of life to be continually embraced. He acknowledges that there will always be new challenges, setbacks, and opportunities for growth, and that his commitment to Stoic principles must remain steadfast. Marcus acknowledges that he has come a long way since the beginning of his journey. He has developed resilience, cultivated mindfulness, embraced gratitude, and embodied the virtues of Stoicism to the best of his ability. However, he humbly recognizes that there is always room for improvement and deeper understanding. Inspired by the legacy of the great Stoic philosophers, Marcus resolves to carry on their teachings and continue his pursuit of wisdom. He recognizes the importance of studying and learning from both ancient and contemporary Stoic literature, engaging in philosophical discussions, and seeking guidance from mentors and fellow Stoics. Through these endeavors, he aims to expand his knowledge and integrate new insights into his practice. Marcus also contemplates the impact of his Stoic journey on his relationships and the world around him. He realizes that by embodying Stoic principles, he can positively influence those around him and contribute to a more virtuous and compassionate society. He seeks to inspire others on their own paths of self-discovery and self-improvement, sharing his experiences and insights with humility and empathy. In the closing pages of the book, Marcus acknowledges that the journey of Stoicism will continue beyond the pages. He invites readers to embark on their own personal journeys, to embrace the principles of Stoicism, and to forge their own paths towards wisdom, virtue, and inner peace. He encourages them to remember that the journey is not always smooth, but the rewards are immeasurable. The epilogue, "The Journey Continues," serves as a reminder that the Stoic path is an ongoing process of growth and self-discovery. It encapsulates Marcus's commitment to lifelong learning, his desire to inspire others, and his acknowledgement that the journey of Stoicism extends far beyond the final chapter of this book. As the book concludes, Marcus sets forth with renewed determination, ready to face the unknown and continue his journey towards a life of wisdom, virtue, and serenity.